Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Pathways Training. It's Jessica Cotman, and I am your Pathways Chair. We're going to be talking a little bit about the new Basecamp, the way it looks, the way it feels, and what you think about it. As we start this meeting, we will introduce our program quality director to see if she have any words for us. Doretha?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule for this journey to Pathways. Because in this, we want to show you that Pathways, you can do it, and you can also help me by getting more education awards by the end of the year. Thank you so much, Jessica, for the time.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Doretha. All right, I see Becky is on, I see Denise is on, I see Michael is on, and I see Robin is on. Before everyone joined, I said, okay, this is going to be an interactive training session, meeting, gathering, a conversation. This is going to be like I'm giving a speech and you are the audience. Okay, can I get a volunteer to log in to Toastmasters International and share your screen? I told you it's going to be interactive. Do I have any volunteers? Just raise your hand. All of you don't raise your hand. Okay, thank you, Becky. Becky is logging on to TI now. So, as I was talking to Frederica earlier, every time I log into TI, I always log in. And what I do is under, um, after you log in, I always
Jessica, we lost you for a minute. Your audio is gone.
it's on. It's gone because I put it on mute and never took it off. Excuse me.
Can you all see my screen?
Yes. We love TI. It was a little slow. There you go. Wow, look at all that stuff. Okay, go into Basecamp. So this part is kind of similar to what it was before. Not much changing going into the door. But as we go into our pathways home, that's where we see the changes. And wow, look at it. Isn't it beautiful?
It certainly
All right.
looks, yeah, it looks better. It's easier to see things.
Okay. Robin, have you been in to look at the new pathways?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. Are you comfortable or with the look and feel? Do you think the look and feel is better than it was before?
I'm still getting used to it.
Okay.
I was a little lost when I hit on my. I think I'm doing motivational strategies as well, and
Okay.
mass presentation mastery.
Okay.
And when I hit
Okay.
on it,
Uh-huh.
I was on level 3, and I was like, how did I get to level 3? I don't know. It just didn't seem clear to me. It was
Okay.
a bunch of information in front of me, and I didn't even know that I was on a 3rd level until after I'd done some other stuff in the computer. So.
Okay, well, we're going to get Becky to click on motivational strategies for us so we can kind of look and see kind of like what you were just talking about, Robin. Okay. So it looks like Becky is on motivational strategies. It looks like you have scrolled down. Looks like you completed. Have you completed level 1?
Not all the way.
You're
Apparently,
working on it. 'Cause see,
yeah, I've done my
it-
icebreaker and all these things, but
right. You
haven't
see
got
all of those checks?
it.
Those are things that Becky has already looked on and reviewed.
Right.
Similar to the old pathways where everything was in one screen. And remember that drop down and you would have to do the assignment, the purpose, and everything. Now everything is left justified.
Hmm.
So click on the writing a speech with purpose. This is the same way if we were to select a speech title. Then you click on yep, and it brings everything. See, writing a speech with purpose. Even the resources are right there for us to download. So you will, just like Becky did on, when she was doing the icebreaker, you click on, you read writing a speech with a purpose. And then you'll read part of getting started. So all of that is still similar to what it was before. It's just in another position. And we just have to get used to that position. Robin, did that help you a little bit more?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I can do it.
Okay. All right. So what I was kind of concerned with is the completion part. So you go in and you do all of these required steps for your speech. And then it says before you move on, it's like a checklist. Did you do this? Did you do that? And then as you move on, it'll tell you everything. Did you do this? Did you do that? So can you click on you're on level 1 and click on, yep, I'm down. Click on level 1 completion. We're not going to do anything. I'm just going to show.
Mhm. Right.
And you see, this looks a little different than what we're used to before. Freddie, do you have any comments? You're thinking hard. I can see the wheels turning. Come off of mute and tell me what you're thinking.
Okay, this part is where you make sure every box has been checked. And you
Yes.
know, when you have an elective, you don't do every single elective, but make sure that it is checked, because you notice you've got your club name, but where it says submit, it's not letting you do it because you haven't
You're
completed.
finished. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Right. Once they're all checked, then it would be ready to submit.
But I just wanted to look at this page
Yeah.
because even in the old pathways base camp, people used to have a hard time with this selection. The only thing that I don't remember seeing, do you remember the before and the after assessment we used to take? I don't recall seeing that, but I could have missed it.
There's an eval, not, you're not talking about the eval, right?
Click on it. It takes it takes a few minutes.
That's another speech right there. That's evaluation and feedback speech.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's That's another speech.
Writing a
Mhm.
speech with purpose. Okay.
Right.
I'll do evaluation and feedback on that.
No, the evaluation and feedback is a whole different speech. We that
Okay.
came out of the writing with a purpose. Okay. Amanda has her hand up because we give her a few minutes to answer a question. Go ahead, Amanda.
So I think you're talking about that rate 1 through 5, your competencies that you had to do the before and
Yes.
after the speech for it to be
Yes.
counted. That is no longer in here. It's now an open-ended questionnaire of it's asking questions for you to reflect. And I think it's an optional thing, but it is open-ended now.
It
And I
is an
did see
optional.
that.
It is optional, but I encourage folks to please go in and answer or add to, because that's why we have this new learning management system now, is because folks responded to the experience.
Yeah, so that no wonder learned, now that replaces that 1 through 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I know I was going through and I didn't see it as, assessment before, assessment after. So I did learn that when I was, going through my speech. And I am also on motivational strategies, but I am on level 5. Okay. All right, Becky, it looked like you're thinking. You have another question?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if I click next, is it going to give me this or is it going to drop this down? Like, where do I complete this? Like if I click on it, it just minimizes and maximizes. If I click next, do I actually get that activity?
Let's go ahead and click next and see what happens.
Yeah, okay. So it does take you to that.
Mm-hmm. And I did see this as well, and I did read it. But like Amanda said, I didn't kind of compare the after assessment with this one. So that was good, a good point that Amanda made. And that's why we have these meetings, you know. I don't know everything, Freddie don't know everything, and we come together and we learn as one.
Yeah.
One
I
feature, if I can jump in here, we see where it
Yes.
says evaluation form.
Thanks, Amanda.
Becky, can you click on that for us? Isn't that beautiful? That is beautiful. And you're
Why
like,
is it so
what?
beautiful? Tell me why is it beautiful? Don't
There's a
tell me
lot
it's
there.
beautiful. Tell me everything. I want to know it all.
Sometimes you feel like it's a seek and ye shall find.
There's a
Oh,
lot
There
yeah.
it
there.
is, right there, with your path, with the title of your speech, even if you know who is going to evaluate you. I love it.
Wow, that is nice.
How do we get all these different forms? I guess I'm trying to
Okay, look at the open it up. Right now, you're looking at which, reflecting on which,
Which
uh,
path?
yeah, it says
Which path do you
reflect,
want to look at?
write an engaging speech, or are you looking at plan your presentation? No, I got you. Look at the path. There's the evaluation. There's the name of what you're doing. Okay,
right.
understanding your leadership style, the evaluation resource, using
Mhm.
descriptive language, depending on what the content is of the speech or the path that you're working on.
So
And
right now we're looking at writing a speech with purpose, right? If we
Mhm.
use that as an example. So
Mhm.
you would select that one because that is the speech that you're working on. I know it's not what you're working on. That's what we're using as an example.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when I when I select this and then, you know, I put in who my evaluator is and I go save an email, is it going to send that form to that person to be able to evaluate me off of? Okay, gotcha.
Isn't that
It is,
beautiful?
okay.
It's
So even though
absolutely
they're not
beautiful.
available to, even though they're not available to me to look at what I'm being evaluated on, my evaluator, when I save an email, it's going to go to them.
And if you don't know who your evaluator is, I always put your VPE
Right.
or somebody you know that is a regular in attendance at the meetings, and you can always switch that up. But I started to sing and dance.
Gotcha.
Okay, this is some good stuff. Anything else, Becky, you can think of? Because I'm getting ready to get Amanda to log on now.
Okay, good.
M- Amanda, can you log on to TI and tell us a little bit of your experience with the new path?
I'm actually listening to this meeting
Oh,
on my phone, so I'm not able to log in,
okay.
but
Okay,
I
no problem.
I can tell you some
You
of
can
my
speak
experience.
it.
Yeah, I'll
Yes,
speak
go
my
ahead.
experience. So I have found some so I watched there's a video on Toastmasters International. It's
It
about 10
is.
minutes.
I was going to
Walk
talk about it.
Yeah, it walks you through how to go through a speech and log in, and it explains Basecamp, explains for officers how to approve them, and I find that that is the one of the best things. I can log in, I can see all my paths that I'm active in, I can see all the paths that I've completed. I find that is really great. I really like the feature where up at the top, if you are an officer, you have Basecamp Manager tab and you don't have to log into something separate. You could go right there. There's a really awesome resources page that pulls up what your club members are doing, what path they're on, what level they're on. I think that's a really great like visual now. And I also really like the badges. I didn't know that that was in the old system. When you're in
It
helper, you can
is.
find badges. I thought that was fantastic because we have a lot of members right now in my club. I'm in Speakeasy. We have a lot of new
Uh-huh.
members that aren't quite ready to do a speech yet, but they're really willing to come and do helper roles. And so it's a really great thing to recognize them for that. So
Yeah.
Where do we,
When you
And
complete, you got that, Jessica. When you complete and you
yeah,
get your
and
badge,
another thing is when I was VPE, what I did was that's how I brought them in to be more comfortable with speeches.
mhm.
We started them out with meeting roles first. Go ahead, Freddie. Tell us about the badges.
the exciting thing about the badge, you can click on the badge and it can be sent a congratulatory through
Oh,
social media.
I saw that.
You can click on, I just got excited because if there are any VPMs here, a wonderful recruitment tool to know that your members are being acknowledged, praised, right smack there, and you got the badge and what they're just completed. So that's a win-win for me.
where is that
Oh,
video you were talking about, Amanda? How do we get to that? Is it under the resources? I know you can't see your screen, so probably maybe you won't be able to answer.
so what I did was in the search menu, I keyed in Basecamp videos.
Sorry, I was on mute. I can see y'all screen, I just can't share mine. If you go to toastmasters.org and it's not in Basecamp, the video is on like a separate page for like introduction about the new Basecamp about it's on Toastmasters International.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. But that achievements tab, you're in Basecamp Manager right now, and that achievements tab, I know a lot. I'm an area director, and a lot of my clubs, it might be in there. A lot of my clubs have like a spreadsheet for their
Look under
education.
resources.
A
It
lot of my
was in a weird spot. Go ahead, Amanda.
a lot of my clubs, they use like a spreadsheet, an external spreadsheet to track what pass, what level their members are on. And I know I did that when I was helping with VPE. And so this resources, this achievements board is really awesome to see what everyone's doing. And all 7 members, all 7 officers have automatic access to Basecamp Manager. It's really cool. Let's see.
It's great. And as a base camp manager for my dance club, I can actually look at progress in my other club to help and to be a tool to help the other club as well that I'm in, for everyone to receive their educational accolades.
Okay, we try to find
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
When you're sending out those badges, do they have to go through social media like Facebook, or can I just send it to the person through the email, or you know?
The individual can actually do it themselves. They
Okay.
can send it to themselves. They can send it to LinkedIn or
Oh.
Facebook or their mommy. The
Okay.
individual can actually, you press on the badge, and you send it out. So it's a wonderful tool. Once it's been approved, but with your VPE and TI has acknowledged your finishing, you as an individual can press on it and share it.
Okay. So I can just send it to one person if I want to, and through email. Okay. After.
So what I did is I went on back to home. And then once I enter home where it says welcome in my name, in the search bar, I put Basecamp videos. It has videos to explore the new Basecamp.
Mm.
It has videos giving and requesting feedback. It has a video on digital evaluation requests. It has a video about sharing to social media, sharing your project reflections. And then it's got a video that says, explore the new Basecamp webinar recording. And that's probably a good one to go over to show everything. Go ahead, Michael.
Hello, everybody. As I'm VPE of the Northern Neck Toastmasters, and I like to keep records of every evaluation on my computer, just so that if the website goes down, we have backups. And so when people send evaluations, I like them to copy them to me too. The digital evaluation, I sent one off the other day. It was nice, quick, and easy. Very, very convenient. But I didn't see where it allowed me to keep a copy of what I just sent. Do you have any answers to that?
Let me see.
Yeah, you can't CC yourself. Is that what you're saying, Michael?
What
I filled
Go
out the
ahead,
form
Mike.
and sent it under give feedback. Welcome to Basecamp, Michael. Member feedback, give feedback. I sent the evaluation off, and I was
Uh-huh.
able to keep a copy of what I just did, and I didn't see where I could. Am I missing something?
No, Rebecca, can you do us a favor and stop sharing for just a second?
Yeah.
If you go to, Now, Jessica, you tell me if I'm wrong, because I would say
What?
I have gray hairs, but I recently dyed my hair. If you look at give feedback, okay, give feedback, visible to all club members, visible to, y'all
Are
are
you,
not looking at
are
my
you
screen,
sharing?
Lord. I wasn't, but I should have. Amanda's coming back in.
Okay, we're gonna let her back.
Am I sharing now? Okay, hold on. Gotta go
It's
big.
coming. There we go.
It talks about the type of feedback and what you want to happen with the feedback. Okay, you see this right here.
Yeah, I'm
The
right
club.
there.
All right, now, but there's another section. You give feedback. That's one. Request feedback. Okay, so this is something new. I'm sorry. Maybe I never saw this before. All right. You are providing feedback, but what happens is once you now tell me if I'm wrong, once you get this completed with this completed, you're gonna want your original feedback from your evaluator. So your evaluator will send that back to you. Okay, that's almost old school. All right.
Right.
So your evaluator still will send that stuff back to you because you want to have your own record to know what you want to work on. What's the next step? What they saw with your voice, your gestures. They'll send it back to you. This particular feature I thought was extremely valuable. I just jumped for joy. I'm jumping ahead, aren't I, Jessica?
No, you're fine.
Okay, because I get so excited. Okay,
My,
this right
my
here.
issue was giving feedback, that I gave feedback to another member, and that was nice. I mean, very quick and easy.
Okay,
But I
okay,
couldn't keep a copy, or at least I was missing where I could keep a copy for myself, because I do like to keep all the records in
okay.
certain files just as a backup.
I tend to think when you're sending it to the person, they're going to have to CC you, so you would
Right.
have a copy. Other than that, now that would be wonderful information. I'm not saying they're about to update this LMS, but definitely, Michael, that is a valuable suggestion that you can
Mhm.
give to them. Okay. But always, and that's wonderful as a VPE for you to keep the evaluations. That is wonderful. I don't do that, and I'm a VPE, but I might start doing it now because it gives a back door, so to speak. Because if you look at my dog, if you look at everything, let's say you had completed a level, but it said you have to go back through everything as if you had completed it and fill all it in, and then the system will go ahead and generate what you've already completed. Okay. Jessica, can you step in here for a second? We're talking about evaluations and how to get an evaluation and send it off while I did my dog.
Okay. All right. So Freddie and I were talking earlier, and we were talking about evaluations. And what I was talking about was when in one of my clubs, when it was time to do a speech, I would send my the evaluation form. Okay. But Miss Frederica said, I, as the speaker, don't have to send that form to the evaluator, that the evaluator can actually log into TI because they're already going to know from either Free Toast Host or Easy Speak what level you're on, what speech you're going to do. And then they can actually log in to Toastmasters International and pull that evaluation form. Freddie did it so eloquently and so fast that I didn't record what she did. So now it's time for her to jump in and show us exactly what she did after she gets off of mute. And your
All right.
dogs, it's okay. They're
I'm
joining the
sorry.
party too.
All right. I was excited because I believe in the power of a good evaluation. Some feedback is better than no feedback. The coolest thing what they've done now with pathways and evaluation is instead of putting it under the path, it's under the content. Okay? It's under the content. For example,
Yes, I was
Jessica,
going to
you're
say
doing,
what you mean by that. Tell me what you mean. Break it down. Break it down.
I'm going to break it down. If
Okay.
you're using Free Toast Host or Easy Speak, you already know that, like, for example, Jessica is working on motivational strategies, right?
Yes.
And it's a level, I forgot,
5,
level
5,
5, number
and it's
3,
lessons learned.
lessons learned.
Yes.
That's the part you look for, because lessons learned fall under several different paths and levels. So instead of you trying to figure out, oh, what's the path? Oh, what level they're on? Go to this evaluation page and look for lessons learned. Okay?
Okay, I'm raising my hand.
I'm sorry.
How did you get there? Tell
Very
me
good.
how you got there.
How I got here, I didn't
Yes.
take a right or a left. When you sign in, you go to Basecamp. With
Yes.
Basecamp, you have pathways, achievements, feedback,
Okay.
and
The feedback
resources.
tab. Okay.
You used to have a 5th tab that actually said evaluation. Okay? But what they've done is they put it under feedback. So all you have to do is press feedback, evaluation, feedback. All right, it's for evaluators and even the speakers. So that's where I said, if you don't send me your evaluation, I can go right here and pull it up. All right. Now,
There you go, right there. Lessons learned.
I
Okay.
know, isn't that wonderful?
Uh-huh.
Lessons learned is what Jessica is doing tomorrow evening. There's the member's name, evaluator, speech title. This is the purpose of her speech. Okay. They have notes for the evaluator. I think that's new, isn't it? Isn't it? Anybody else want to chime in? Yes, no, maybe. I think that's new. Works with the team, met with their team in many occasions about the speech. And then you can fill out what they excelled in, which you may want to work on, and a challenge yourself. Oh, some new clubs that I have worked with, because I was an area director for a couple of years, folks didn't really know how to evaluate. No, this new learning management system, Pathways, has got more information how to be a good evaluator. Okay? But with just like the old days, you have Excel you may want to work on and to challenge yourself. And then you have the number rating system and an opportunity to fill in and everything you want to fill in. There's the
Yep.
same
Same thing.
evaluation information. Okay. Now, all right. What I did was, pardon me, y'all. See where it says print? Okay. Where it says print, there's the date you did it or you will do it. And if you go back, I'm trying to figure out what did I do? I did something fun. That wasn't it. We talked about that briefly. Where I went in, and you tell me if I'm wrong. See where it says digital forms are available below? Access the PDF evaluation. Okay. I think this is where I click. And here we go.
Oh, it's
again.
coming.
It's loading.
Yes.
I don't mean to get excited. I feel like crying. Woo.
Wow.
Lessons
Oh, they're
learned.
coming. There it go.
Okay. It's just a little bit
And you can
slow.
download it.
Yes. You can download it. Now, once you download it, okay, once you download it, you save it, it's a fillable.
And then they
And
also have a share option.
that's what we were talking about when she said, Michael, when you said, well, I want a copy. Right. There it is. And when you share, you can put more than, I'm going, don't quote me, but you should be able to put more than one email address there. So you can send it to your VPE as well as the member who gave the speech.
Can you hit the back button and hit the share for us and see if it will show us, even though we're not really sharing anything?
Okay. See right there?
Uh-huh.
Select a club, select members. Okay, I haven't selected a club.
Yeah, okay, but that's what it looks like.
Right, that is correct. And then whatever member you want to send it to. Okay.
So you can click multiple members and you can click the person that you're evaluating, and you probably can click yourself there too as well.
No, I'm not coming up, which is a
You're not
darn
coming up?
shame. I'm a member of this here club.
Maybe
it's
because you're doing it
right,
yourself.
I'm doing it myself. So that's
Right.
great. But then
So
again,
you can,
once I send it to Jessica as a VPE, she can send it back to me.
right.
Okay, so that's not an issue, but I love this. I just do, because it was an act of God trying to make sure. I am not a firm believer it is not a VPE's responsibility to send out an evaluation form. I'm just not,
Okay.
because I benefit as the
Was that helpful, Michael?
Yes, I think the instant digital that you can send the quickest and easiest was the one that, because I have copied this particular way of doing it. But when you
Okay.
first got into it and we're doing the brand new digital, that's where I could not copy myself.
Okay. So they will have to send it back to you. Okay.
That's correct. That's
All
correct.
right. Okay.
That is a viable suggestion to save for TI to deal with, to focus on. I think that's important. This is something that a VPE would like. Good job. I think that's
Okay. Go ahead, Robin.
So in my club, only
Uh-huh.
the person that's gonna do the virtual, you open up the doors for the virtual Zoom meeting to come in, will bring a computer to the meeting. No one else brings a computer. A lot of times our members will say, oh, I forgot I was evaluating, and never look at their their emails to see that they have an evaluation to do or something. So then that places the weight back on the VPE to make sure they have copies, I guess. Now, if I have a hard copy, like what do I do with that? Do I scan it? scanning, and then a lot of people don't have printers in their home. They're not gonna print, or, well, I guess they wouldn't have to. If you're doing it in the computer, you just send it. But I think it takes the weight off of the VPE in so many ways. I think it keeps everybody accountable. I love it. I'm just seeing some other things that it can happen because people just, we get up at 7 in the to meet, and everybody's still groggy. So no, I don't remember to bring a computer. Or I don't remember, we have to get past that to get, Yeah.
Well, it's the type of thing that as a VPE, you look at how often you send out that agenda. Do you all use FreeToast Host or EasySpeak?
I don't think I'm not the VPE this year. I'm a VPN,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I'm gonna look into that VPE. Well, we're having a problem now, so I might have to step back in and do some more VPE.
Okay.
But I heard about that. I haven't looked at the
Well,
host.
whatever as in the educational tracking system that you all use, there is a component that you press a button and it sends out what roles are taken, what roles are needed. So there's no surprises. But sometimes you got to remember the Toastmaster pledge and remind them it says that this is what they will do. And it's no offense,
Yes.
to spoon feed the children.
True.
But if they have not been children since about 18, then it's time for them to buck up. Okay.
Yes.
And you just have to remind them, come on, you all, I get up early just like you do. But
Yeah.
I have learned, even in an advanced club, excuse me, did I say that out loud? You have to send them things, but I will not baby you. Send it. If I've sent it out 2-3 times already, begging for a role to be filled, I'm not sending it to you an hour before. I'm like, if you don't want to be a part of this, okay. But my thing is, you just draw the line, remind them why we're here. And this tool right
Okay.
here is phenomenal.
All right. Denise, I was going to call on you. Do you have a question or comment?
Yes, I was just going to comment. I definitely agree with Frederica. I'm the VPE this year, and I feel like my time is just as valuable as anyone else's. I have informed, in fact, while we were sitting here, I'm sending my club members the agenda again because no one has really signed up for roles. In our meeting, we meet second and fourth Sundays. And I've told them at every meeting, we have at least 2 to 3 agendas out there at a time. Go in and sign up for the roles. If you want to be a speaker, go in and sign up to be a speaker, even if you don't know your title at the time.
Yes.
Go
I
in
just
and
did
sign
that.
up. Just,
I did
and
TPD
it's,
and I just need to fill it in.
yes, and it can be very, very frustrating. So I understand, and we meet virtually. I'm now in Delaware. I moved from Virginia 2 years ago, and I'm thinking, okay, I can't keep fooling with this. My time, I've experienced some personal tragedies over this last year, and my patience is growing very short with adults. We don't have anybody that's only 18 years old.
You're right.
And these are
you're
members.
right.
These are people who have been members for the time since most of us have been members since the time we were chartered. So this is not new to you.
Right. And since you meet on Sundays, it might be time to have a come to Jesus moment.
Right.
Where
I've
folks
had a
realize that, we understand life happens.
Yes.
That's
Yes, we do.
why TI, I know we were like, oh my gosh, they changing it again. This is a good move, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
This puts the accountability back on the member.
Yes.
And I'm not spoon feeding anybody, not pacifying anybody, but it puts the responsibility back on the member. Now, it takes a moment
Right.
to walk alone.
Yeah.
Okay. However, it can be very frustrating, but that's where you get, I'm sorry, I'm preaching. That's where you get your AD involved. You get your area
Yes.
director involved.
Yes.
Let
Okay.
them come to an executive meeting and say, what's going on? This doesn't make any sense.
And
Right.
You
it's like
all,
sometimes you got to have a different voice. You know, one sometimes they listen to someone outside of the club more so than inside of the club. So this one we've tried. We've tried doing it after the meetings. Hey, anybody want to sign up for roles? I was a VP for 3, 4 years. I'm right there. Anybody want to do timer? I got it. You don't have to log in. I got you. We did that. Then what I used to do is like the Monday before the meeting, I ensure everybody, but this is the spoon feeding part that we have to stop doing. Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? I don't want to, I absolutely do not want to start a meeting without any of the roles full.
Absolutely.
That's we can't do that.
Yeah,
So I
and
want to
we've
get
had that
all of the
issue.
roles filled.
You know, we've had that issue. And again, we meet on Sunday afternoons, so people are rushing in from church or, whatever. That needs to all be complete. I've put that out there several times. So as I said, I was sitting here, I was like, okay, I haven't gotten notification of anybody signing up for any roles in this meeting is Sunday. Let me send these folks a reminder. We use Free Toast Host. And
Okay.
speaking about that evaluation form, when the person fills out all their information for their speech, they can pull the evaluation form right there from Free Toast Host as they're going in, signing up to be the evaluator or
I
whatever.
love Free Toast Host.
Yes.
Yes, I love it. It's user friendly. I tend to think that as a suggestion, and you've got our program quality director right here.
Right.
If you send out another email, you come to that meeting and do just like this.
Mm-hmm.
No, just say, and then they'll see, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, they'll say, I didn't get an email, and you're like, the devil is a liar.
I know that's right.
Okay. So what I'm
Yeah.
saying, if you sit there, and then if you take the minute and say, let me show you what Pathways will do for you, the new program.
Mm-hmm.
They can watch that video, it's 15 minutes.
Right.
Or who has we call it a back pocket speech.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Table topics. Let's talk about what the pastor said today. Who can remember? Okay. Or let's talk about how you feel about climate change. But
Yeah.
right then and there. And they're going to see, oh my gosh, I dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You did.
All right. We've heard
Thank you, ladies.
from,
Thank you.
you're welcome. We've heard from just about anybody, everybody on the meeting. Eva, would you like to get off mute and say
Hi,
something?
also thank
Your
you very much
experience?
for letting me participate. I'm learning a lot. I'm still trying to get into Pathways because our club has been dropped when they changed to the new Pathways. So we haven't succeeded getting in, but I'm learning a lot. This was very interesting to learn about the evaluations now that we can put in and write in the evaluations right away in there, or we can put it on a PDF form. So I learned a lot,
Okay.
but I have
All
not
right.
been able to log into the new Pathways yet. Our management is still working on that.
Eva, what
All right.
club are you a member of?
We are from the Carilion Clinic Club in Roanoke.
What is it again?
Carilion Clinic. Carilion Clinic. We are a corporate club.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you need any assistance from us to hold?
Well, I think Deb Farron and our Human Resources Department is working on it, but
Okay,
I tried and I have not been able. It's always graying out everything when we want to start in Basecamp. We have to see how several of our paths roll over that are no longer in the 6 new passes. They told us whenever it pops up, we should purchase a new pass, and then our old pass will pop up that we can finish it. But we
huh?
have no praxis yet because we have not been able to open up Basecamp yet.
Jessica, the district is working on that. They have a situation we're trying to resolve. That's why they
Okay.
can't get to it, but we're aware of it and working on it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that if it's getting and the club is getting everything that they need, and if it was something that we can do to help. Thank you, Dorita. That's great. See, I didn't know on it already. She already knew about it. She was just waiting for her time to speak. And see, that's what I love about District 66. It's not like you know this and you know that. Whatever we know, we share amongst each other. That's why we have these meetings. That's why we have these trainings. Sometimes people get intimidated by if you say it's a training, it's a meeting. How about let's just say we're having a pathways based camp conversation. And that's what I'm gonna start saying. We're having a pathways based camp conversation. Okay, what can you contribute to the conversation to make going into pathways base camp better? Oh, we've learned about evaluations. We've learned about going in, all of the information that used to be right there on the screen in front of us is now on the left-hand side. It's checked off as you view everything. We went through evaluations, we went through completions, we went through printing the evaluations, having the evaluations on a line. Is there anything else that you can think of that we have missed? We have 8 more minutes to the meeting. Or if anyone would like to share how this meeting has helped them today, I want to hear it. I know Eva just a lot. Michael just gave us some great things. Freddie went over the evaluations. Robin added her piece to her learning and getting into pathways. Um, Becky did good, and that's the other thing. When we have these meetings, it may be that you can only spend maybe 30 minutes of your lunchtime or 15 minutes of your lunchtime. Come on, spend the time that you have, and then you can log off. You can always put questions or things that you may not feel comfortable verbally speaking about, you can always put it in the chat and we will get it from the chat. Like Amanda, she put in the chat, if you didn't see, Amanda put in the chat the link to getting to the videos. Did everybody see that? So that was helpful. Freddie said hello to everyone. Amanda told us she had to drop. Becky said she had to drop, but they took time to log on for a few minutes. Is there anything else, Freddie, that we need to cover before we end this meeting? Anything else you can think of? I think this meeting was good. I'm excited.
So were my dogs.
Excited.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said, so were my dogs.
They want to learn pathways too.
The
That's okay.
main thing is the fact that you're here. Bravo. This is
Yes.
wonderful. You're here.
First step.
And you understand anytime it's anything new, it's all your mindset. If you decide it's going to be positive, it's going to be good, even if you get a little hiccup or you may raise an eyebrow, it's where we are right now.
Yes.
Yes. So it's going to be fine. and just spread the word. It's going
Yes.
to be fine. Okay. And it was fine when folks went from the legacy to the
Yeah.
first pathways. I
Right.
don't know anything about the legacy. Now, the paths that they moved away from, they call that legacy.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we are now with the 6 paths, or if you've already paid in and working in a path that they have laid to rest, finish it up.
Yes.
Still there for you. But it is a 2-step process. It's going to be fine. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks. Thank you. All right, everyone, have a great
Oh, can I have
day.
one
The
more
rest.
I,
Yes.
how do I find free toast? I was trying to search it and it came up empty or something. How do you get to that?
Freddie, can you answer that question? I'm only an easy speak person.
It has to be set up. I would say let's all call Linda Kennedy. Cause she's set it up. I'm gonna find out right now, but I know that
Thanks, Eva.
I put in free toast host. I'm doing it right now as we speak. And you have to request a website. Okay. If
You
you
have to
literally
request
put in free toast host, bam, it came up. Request a website. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you fill in the blank. Linda said it's very easy to do. Okay. Where by requesting a website, you're going to put all your club, pardon me, information in there. Chartered club, unchartered, district website, all of these drop down menus, the main menu, introducing it to you. It tells you how to do it. Okay. But it's if you have any questions, okay, Doretha will say, okay, I'm not throwing Linda under the bus, but send Linda Kennedy
An email.
an
Yeah.
email. Okay, if you get stuck or anything like that, because she is a free toast, easy speak queen. Okay.
Yes.
But it is so much. It is
I've had to
so,
call her myself.
it is wonderful. Let me just tell you. When it's
Yeah.
time for dues, you just push a button. It sends out a reminder.
Okay.
It is wonderful.
All
Yes,
right, Michael, you have
Oh, bye.
you said bye. Okay.
No,
All
I got
right,
one
bye,
question.
everyone.
Wait a
Enjoy
minute.
the
Here, wait a minute.
conversation.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait,
you
wait,
said
wait.
you. Oh, hold on.
Is there a similar December meeting like this?
It is.
And
The
what date will
next
that be?
meet. That next meeting is December the 19th.
Okay.
But
it was a 1 o'clock.
December the 17th, excuse me.
Okay.
At 1 o'clock. December the 17th at 1 o'clock.
Very good, thank you.
So what I tried to do is 2 7 o'clock meetings and 2 1 o'clock meetings, and I switch it back and forth. So we're going to be talking a little bit more about the new pathways. And we're gonna talk about how far these meetings are gonna go into 2025. And please keep in mind, if someone can't make it to any of these sessions, we will be more than glad. We've had them before at your club level or anything to help out to get those educational awards going. So don't forget, we can still do meetings other than these scheduled meetings because you may have a conflict or someone may deceive, or if someone's shy, we can do one-on-ones as well. We're just trying to help. That's all. Try to help. Okay. All right. If there's nothing else, thank you everyone for your time. I really appreciate it. And you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Jessica. Good job. Thank you, Freddie. Good job.
Bye,
Thanks.
Denise. Now I miss you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Now I understand you're in Delaware.